Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the playthrough of Gran Turismo 5. We are doing the amateur series. A-spec event. I was just thinking that we already read the description of the car that we selected at the ending of the previous episode for the next events. And I do think we did, so I will just, I can double check, but I'm pretty sure we did. I usually read the description when I buy the car. I think, yeah, it was also about S13 and S14. Yes, we read this. Anyways, this is the car we'll be using, 161 horsepower, 380 pp. Which is quite a bit lower than the average, but the tracks are quite, they don't have very long straights, quite some corners. We're doing the Japanese 90s challenge and the average PP is around 410, we are 380. But yeah, these tracks, I think we can still be competitive. So we have a bit of a challenge, but I like that. This one has quite a lot of corners where normally if you have an underpowered car and there are long straights, yeah, there's not much you can do. You will just be overtaken. But when there are a lot of corners, often you can keep up. And also this one, I think the AI is very slow in that circle in the middle of the track that you see, that looping section. So I'm sure we also maybe have a chance over there, but we will have to drive and find out. Alright, here we go. No more kidding around. It's a cool event, I find, these 90s Japanese road cars. Each time when I'm in a race in this game, I'm amazed by the all the different cars. There are so many more cool road cars in this game than in GT7. In GT7 you only have those race cars and Group 1 cars, Group 3 cars. It's all so boring. Here, look at that super cool, I don't know what it is, a Mazda RX-7 I think maybe. There are so many cool cars in this game. Yeah. Oh, man, this car I'm driving, it has good grip compared to the Lotus Esprit that we drove earlier. Oh, that was my mistake, sorry. Nissan Primera. Here, you see, we are pretty competitive, even with a lower powered car. Man, this car really feels nimble. Can brake later than I expect. But you see here on the straight, they just drive away. We just don't have the horsepower. I think most of these cars have 200 plus horsepower. We have 160 or something. This is a really competitive car, purely based on handling, not on power. shit. Holy fuck. I will let him be. I slid out. Holy shit. What's happening to the lighting? I will let him pass by again because that was my mistake. Maybe we can catch a bit of slipstream. Right, that went better, that corner. Holy shit, what's happening with the lighting? The lighting engine just decides to cut out. That's pretty weird. Right, let's just finish the race. This is the first time I'm seeing this. Maybe if I change the camera. Yeah, that helps. Ah, I forgot. We needed to do cockpit view anyways. Man, this car handles beautifully. Alright, in the pockets. Let's watch one lap of replay. Or actually, yeah, I will immediately go to the second lap. I'm curious whether that graphical glitch will also be in the replay. So this is the second lap. Now, or maybe that graphical glitch was later on, I think. But anyway, super cool grids, I find this one. Car roster. I think that Nissan Silvia is quite a tuner car as well. And honestly, from driving this base version, I can fully understand it. The basis is just extremely good. very cool race. Very cool cars, etc. Cape Rain, super fun circuit as well. Alright, this is the North version. Didn't really drive it. I think I drove Cape Rain Periphery. I'm not sure about the North version, but we will see. Probably just a subset of the other. Oops, my bad. Oh shit, we're going. Oh, sorry. Holy shit, I really don't recognize this part of the track. Although this part is the same as in the periphery layout. And they are here maybe quite quick, but we will be getting into a spiral, into a loop pretty soon. Fuck my life. Over here they are super slow. Here, this is almost a little bit cheating, how slow they are here. And I really have to drive a little bit more decent, because I'm bumping into each and every one of them. Oh, shit. Totally misjudged the corner. Shit. God damn it. I'm an idiot. We still have 3 laps to go, I think. shooting these corners. Super annoying. They're kind of blind corners. I don't know why the AI is so slow through this thing. You can just floor it. Taking these corners well at all. But yeah, the AI is so slow. Doesn't really matter. Actually revs quite high. The rev limiter is a little bit too slow. Really cuts the engine out with very big, way too big intervals. It should be instead of. Now it does do it. I think the higher in this game it works, the higher gear you're in, the slower the rev limiter. It hits the rev limiter with much bigger intervals. Like we're now in a higher gear. You see? There it really was not here. So 1 gear below, it is hitting the rev limiter quickly. Now this is not really a normal rev limiter, I would say. It was way too slow, like it should be but maybe that's just me. But if you shift back into or shift down into too low of a gear, then it did hit that rev limiter in rapid succession. Alright, in the pocket was a fun car. We are going to do Tous France Championnat. It's all around, there's one, that Alpine A110 has 450 pp, that's quite a lot actually. So Peugeot 106 Rally, Megane Sports, 106 S16, 206cc, Alpine A310, 205 Turbo 16, Xara, Hommel. We do have that Hommel, maybe we could take that one. Peugeot 207 GTI, Clio Sports, Lutetia Renault Sport. No idea what that is. I mean, I know what a Renault is, but I have no idea what a Lutetia is. C-Lati, I think that's also a Nissan Silvia. A specific model of the Silvia. Let's check it out. Alright, it's 1 year older. It has much more horsepower than the regular Silvia. But this Silvia really had like a facelift. Alright, I'm just curious. No, this is not the Silvia. This is just the precursor of the two... Oh, this is just a 200SX. The Silvia's sister hatchback. Alright, let's read that later when we will use it. For the Tous France Championnat. The A110 we already used. We could use this one. Find it a very ugly... Yeah, this car is so ugly. But yeah, we will be driving all cars. So let's just do it. Screw it. Michel Hommel is an engineer, race car driver, producer of several automobile magazines and a proprietor of the Automobile Museum Manoir de l'Automobile. The Frenchman also built compact sports cars. One of his more memorable creations was the high-performance Hommel Berlinette. With a length of only 4,120mm, the Berlinette was one of the world's smallest sports cars. It was first released in the early 1990s and evolved through the years into its final form, the Berlinette RS, in 1997. The radical design of the car was created by Eric de Pauw. Mounted transversely amidships was Peugeot's 1998cc 16-valve Dock inline 4 that produced 165 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 144.6 feet-pound of torque at 5,500 RPM. Mated to this engine was a 6-speed manual gearbox that managed the power to the rear wheels. Thanks to a curb weight of only 950 kilograms, the Berlinette reached a top speed of 230 kilometers an hour and ran to 1,000 meters from a standstill in 26.9 seconds. The suspension consisted of McPherson struts up front and a multi-link setup at the rear, which held the berlinette corner like it was glued to the tarmac. Providing grip were 205-45ZR16 tires up front and 225-45CR16s at the rear. 225. So 205 at the front, 225 at the rear. The berlinette was hand-assembled by skilled craftsmen in a factory located in Hommel's own backyard. This ultra-limited production supercar remains to this day as France's best-kept automotive secret. Alright. I understand why. Because the car is just super ugly. Alright, Circuit de Sartre and Madrid. It is pretty low. That's pretty funny. The cockpit view is pretty epic. But the question is, do we have enough top speeds? Holy shit. The car is really easy to spin around. I wonder whether we have enough top speed. We only reached 230. I can imagine that other cars go quicker than 230. Man, these many French cars are pretty ugly, I must say. Right. Really have to be careful in this car. Hell, man, this car is way too easy to spin around. You're kidding me. You only have to look at the steering wheel and it starts to spin out at the rear. Right, so remember, very composed steering input. I do like it. You really have to work with these cars. Modulated throttle, feather the throttle. very composed steering input, but if it goes well, it's pretty satisfying. Alright, I'm a little bit afraid of that Peugeot 2016 over there, which could have quite high top speeds, although we are really keeping up. Actually, we're faster even. Holy shit, I almost went again. The gravel pit saved me from spinning around. By the way, on French cars being ugly cars, I find this Hummel and, for example, a lot of Citroëns, I really don't like the styling. But they also make beautiful cars. But yeah, it's an Italian designed car, but that 205 in front, it's amazing design. And also the Alpines in front and the older Alpines. So they also certainly make very nice cars, but also very tin box kind of cars. They look flimsy in my view. The most production ones, like the little Peugeot, other modern Peugeots and Renaults. The older cars are cool. The Renault 5 Turbo, the Peugeot 205, the Alpine 110, the Alpine 310. But all the modern cars, especially from Citroën, they look flimsy and they look very bland. It's just such weird styling. I don't understand if you have so much capital and oh shit, money to hire designers, etc. How can you come up with those? It all started in the, let's say, late 90s, early 2000s with the regular consumer cars from those French brands, like the Peugeot 206, the Peugeot 207, 306, 307. What do you have more? The modern Renault Clios also meh. Especially except that one with the V6, that's a pretty cool one. But design-wise, everything regressed in the last 2 decades. I have to say, not only car design but also game design. Like look at Gran Turismo 7 compared to this one. The entertainment, Hollywood. Everything is regressed the last 2 decades compared to before. Before that, things where you were looking forward to stuff and products actually delivered. Now also luxury cars, BMW and Mercedes cars, they look flimsy to me. They look like Chinese metal boxes with all generic computer-aided design. If you compare that to the Mercedes and BMWs from the 90s, etc., like the 300 Mercedes or the E39 M5, for example. I'm not sure if that's one, but or even older ones. Those really look like quality products, and it was maybe also because they were not as mass produced as they are now. You see luxury cars, at least where I am at now, all over the place. Everybody from everybody's aunt, uncle, nephew, niece, brother, sister, mother, father, son, daughter has like a BMW or Mercedes or whatever. So it's also really a mass produced good, which makes it maybe feel a bit less special than it used to be. But maybe I'm just nagging like an old guy. That could very well be. Anyways, I was just rambling and going off on a tangent. Let's continue the race. Alright, I'm being careful. I don't want to again spin out. Alright, that was way too slow over there. Again, I'm way too careful. At one point I need to take the leads. Come on. Pretty epic, by the way, this. Besides the T16 and the A310. Pretty cool in this game compared to modern GT. Personally, I would love to see in these games real license plates, because it just makes it much more immersive, much more realistic. But at least they have different license plates here. I think every car has its type designation on the license plate. So it looks at least a little bit more real than only having Gran Turismo or something on each license plate. So yeah, I'm not sure actually how it is in GT7 license plate. Let me very quickly check online. So we do GT7 license plate. I think it just says Gran Turismo. How do you change the text on number plates? It's done in the livery editor. Ah, yeah, there are people, of course, who put who make real license plates in the livery editor. So that is possible. That's pretty cool, actually. But by default, how to... that is actually super cool, I have to say. I forgot about that. But if I just go GT7... yeah, so there are a lot of, if you Google on GT7 license plate, you get realistic. You get a lot of custom license plates that people make, but if you do just regular GT7 photo realistic, like pictures of the game, so not necessarily focused on the license plates, then probably we will get more. God damn it, I don't see it. It's hard to quickly get a picture of all those race cars. They're so boring, but they don't have license plates. One moment. I thought that in Gran Turismo 7 you can change the license plate from, like, in the tuning shop, from like 1 or 2 defaults, but I think both those options show Gran Turismo on them. So not the car itself, if I'm not mistaken, but if I look here, honestly, yeah, it is also the car designation that is on the license plate. So maybe it is the same. But it's just pretty weird. Yeah, I do think it is the car that's on the plate. 1 second. Yeah, so maybe it is the same. I'm not sure. Sorry, I again went on a tangent, way overthinking a license plate. I just don't feel confident in this car. And now the S's are coming up. Good chance I will spin out there. Or the AI will bump me off the track. Fuck my life. I was hoping like, okay, I will make it. I will just take it easy and I will catch them in the last chicane just before the start finish. And I'm fucking being bumped off track by a Peugeot 106. Screw that shit. This car is just totally annoying to drive. I'm sure if I put the time into it and you really get to know the car, it can be fun. But yeah, I would also like to just make a little bit of progress now. See you later, dudes. Shit, the 205 is in my slipstream. I'm staying out of the line of the cars behind. So they don't get into my slipstream. God damn it, he's in my slipstream. I think I'm not gonna win this one. Although the slipstream really helps. Fucking way, the exact same fucking point where I spin out. What the hell, man? What the hell? Are you kidding me? Totally screwed up that one. Took out way too much speed. Again, it's that little 106 that was bumping me, I think. Now each time I'm pulling quite a lead, and then suddenly they become much quicker. Here, I see the 205 already coming again. Alright, we're good. I hope. Screwed up that one. But we're almost home. Here we go. God damn it, that took way more effort than I was expecting. Alright, let's quickly see what cars we are driving against. So we have this Hummel, and I really don't like the styling. It just blends, and the front is just straight up weird. Then we have the Alpine. That's a super cool car, although I find the rear a little bit weird. It looks like a station wagon. This one is totally epic, no bad words. The Clio is pretty bland. Yeah, I don't like the styling actually. Then it's 307, that's the green car here, ugly. 106, also nothing special. Citroën C5, that's the red one, extremely ugly car. Citroën Xantia, also an ugly car. Megane, also an ugly car. Peugeot Coupe, that's a beautiful car, but that's designed by Italians. That's the this one, the silver grey. 206 S16, nothing special. Citroën C4, nothing special. Although that car did grow on me because I've driven it in the red and blue. I think it's Sebastian Loeb rally livery, and somehow because of that, I had that in more cars. Maybe also the Subaru Impreza and the Mitsubishi Lancer, because playing the older Colin McRae rally games, etc. Then those cars really grow on you, I think subconsciously, and I have a little bit the same with that Citroën C4. Otherwise I would not give it 1 second of thought, but because I know it's rally heritage, I do find it somewhat interesting car. Another good example of that is the Hyundai Accent. There's a rally car, a Hyundai Accent in green, bright green, I think white or silver and red. An epic livery, also an epic rally car. And because of me driving it in rallies, I really started to appreciate the design of that car, the proportions. It's really a beautiful car actually. Well, if I would never have driven it as a rally car, I wouldn't have even blinked it an eye in daily life if there was a Hyundai Accent. But yeah, so you can see how much of an impression that can make, at least on me. Anyways, we are going to do 3 laps of Circuit de Madrid. Here we go. What I do really notice in this car, which is pretty fun, they modeled that well, is that it's a really light car. You feel that under braking. Braking is pretty snappy. It is actually quite an interesting handling car. you don't drive like an idiot. Right, I don't recognize the track. It almost feels like a different layout, but I think there's only one layout in Rome, or in Madrid. But I could be wrong, yeah, maybe I'm wrong. There was a chicane there, and when we driven here before in this playthrough, there was no chicane. Now there is, so there are two variants. Actually quite an interesting circuit. No way. No fucking way. No fucking way. What annoying. I just want to make a bit of progress, and in this car. Now this is my own mistake, but fucking hell, man. No, I shouldn't blame the car. It is just me, but fucking hell. Fucking hell, can I please win this race? Sorry, I'm just always a little bit annoyed after a stressful day at work. I really need to start paying some attention. Again, fucking hitting the barrier. How hard is it not to hit a barrier? That must be a pretty tuned up Citroen. If it's faster than a Hummel, almost faster. No. Oh, fuck this fucking shit, man. Fuck this fucking shit, man. god. Oh my god. I really need to learn this track. It's not that hard, but pretty cool, by the way, that slides physics are really in this game super believable, I find. Maybe even more so than in GT7. Almost spun out there. Alright, in the pocket. God damn it, that was annoying. Mostly because it's just my mood a little bit. Let's watch one lap of replay of Madrid, the full course. Amazing track, I must say. I did find that this car sounded way too heavy, but it's probably the T60 behind it that I heard. Yeah. Anyways, again, amazing races compared to GT7. Close city racing with cool road cars. It is so much, I repeat myself, I'm like a broken record, but it's so, I'm saying it each and every episode. It's so much better than GT7 in my view. Alright, we are going to do the Italian festival. Rome and London. Yeah, we can still do that this episode. So what do we need? Nothing. Italy. No, I'm not gonna drive any DLC cars, free ones, until I buy the actual car in-game as well. Just to don't cheat on the money. on the game economy, so to say, because I unlocked all the DLC and some cars immediately went into my garage. But yeah, that are super expensive cars. You don't want to use them at the start of the game, or even later. I will only use them if once I paid for the actual car in-game as well. Because all those DLC cars, I think they're only different liveries, so you can also buy them in the base game as well. Right, it's all around the 400, 450. Yeah, and then basically anything. Italian. Right, we can do the advanced karting experience. And we won a Deux Chevaux Type A 54. Pretty nice. Wow, 1954, I was not aware. That they were that old. Let's mark the Hummel as done, or at least driven and read. Where is it? Alright, we are going to check out the used car dealership. Italian. Do you see the country anywhere? No, I don't think so. Cerberus Speed 12. Epic! This car is also in the game. Man, each time I'm amazed with what I find here. Even a car like this, it's Toyota EST. IST. Super regular car. It's so cool that stuff like that is in the game, seriously. It makes it feel so much more immersive. M3, beautiful. Then, yeah, a game with only beautiful. This one as well, wow. But then a game with only race cars. The 205 Turbo 16, 2 million. Yeah, it is worth it, I would say. Autobugs, what's that? Italian, right? Ah, Japan. Again, super regular car. Another one. Wow, this one has weird taillights, I think. Man, there is so much content in this game. Not really weird taillights. Actually quite nice taillights, I thought. Alright, I don't see anything Italian in here. Unless I'm overlooking something. But I don't think I am. Oh wait, 1 second. I think I have this one. Yeah, we already have it. But in another livery. This is a white one. Nissan MMR. That's pretty cool that those cars also are in different liveries. Here. I have a blue one, not a white one. But is the livery itself the same color? So we have red Nissan and the letters are black. Yeah, more or less the same, except MM is in our case a different color, I think. It's not black. Anyways, again, an example of just... I can actually scroll this way. An example again of such a cool addition that you can do a one-make race in these little Nissans. Alright, Italian, no restrictions, around the 400 I think PP mark, so we can also be a little bit below it. This is all super high, of course, this is all way too high. Also really cool in this game, I think this is the first game that had Ferrari in it, but they really went to town with it. Check out how many cool Ferraris here. F40, Premium, 599, pretty epic. The 430 Scuderia, epic car, high revving, mad machine. Enzo, P4 and 2 Formula 1 cars. Also 2 very distinct Formula 1 cars. 2007, 2010. Amazing roster, seriously. It's just such a cool game. Really weird rims. The rims, they have like a plastic cover on them. This was the good years. Of course, the older, the 60s, 70s were even more spectacular. But this is from the modern era of Formula 1 where it peaked a bit. After this, it all became less and less. Little smaller engines, turbo, no cool sound, no screaming V10s anymore. It's such a shame. Anywho, we are looking for an Italian car. Yeah, the Alfa Romeos, I really don't like them. These ones. This one is too powerful. This one we will drive later on, but we will drive all the cars, even if I will not get to all of them in the playthrough itself, in the events. We will do some episodes after where we will test drive cars that we missed. That's why I'm also marking each car as favorite that I drove, so I know exactly which ones we drove and which ones we did not do yet. This is a pretty cool car, 400. So we are driving in Rome, I think, and in London. Yeah, this could be, this is probably a good option. Although I preferred it to drive this car on gravel, but... And it's not only an option, I think it's the option, because there really is not that much else Italian. This one, Pagani, is way overpowered. These are all Japanese and maybe US tuning cars, nothing Italian. So what do we have? The Lancia Delta, we have, these are just little Fiat 500, so that's also, that's too underpowered actually. So this is 223, 287 PP. Ferraris, overpowered. Alfa Romeo, don't really like the models. Yeah, so we are going with the Delta HF Integral Evoluzione 91. Epic car as well. Don't know what is a cool color for this car. Red, pretty nice. Dark blue, also pretty nice. White, also pretty nice. I don't know, I'm gonna go with dark blue. Can't we read about the car? Normally you can read about the car. Ah, here it is. The original Lancia Delta was a hatchback designed by Giorgetto Giugiaro. However, when the Group B class was dropped from the WRC, Lancia chose the Delta as the base for its new Group A model. In 1987, Lancia gave the Delta a high-performance turbo engine and all-wheel drive before entering it into the WRC battlefield. So this one, from this little text, I take it never competed in Group B, but I'm not sure. Let's check it out. 1 second. We do a Lancia Delta Group B. Yeah, the S4. Is that the same car? Because it looks totally different. The Lancia Delta AF is a Group A rally car built for the Martini Lancia by Lancia Racing Team. Yeah, okay, so that is the that's the one I had in mind, the Martini one, but that's apparently Group A. And then you also have the Lancia Delta S4, but that is actually, I think, more of a maybe it is the same car, but it looks totally different. It looks like a little bit more like a purpose-built car, like not really based on a road-going model. Lancia Delta. It looks like it has a longer hood. The whole proportions are different. I wanted to say it also has round headlights, but yeah, the actual road-going car also has round headlights. So honestly, I'm not sure whether this is the same Delta, but what I do know is that that Delta in Group B, yeah, it really looks like a different car, but the Group A one, I think, is 1987. That's also what it says in the text here. So if we do Lancia Delta 1985, like a road. Yeah, it is the same car actually. The Lancia Delta, it's from 1979 to 1994, so the difference with the rally model is that it just has like a whole different shape at the rear, but that is based on the road going car, I'm pretty sure. There are even homologation road going cars of the versions of the rally car, just like the 205 T16. Was not aware of that. So, or maybe not, because I do think it was a purpose-built car. It was not Lancia Delta S4 Stradale. What is that? So 1 second. So we have the Delta S4, and you indeed also have the Stradale. Between October 85 and 86, Lancia, in keeping with Group B regulations, was to have built 200 of a road-going version of the Delta S4, officially named the Lancia Delta S4, but widely known as the Stradale for the purpose of homologation in Group B. But it is more likely that fewer than 100 were actually built. In Italy, the car was priced at about 100 million lira, 5 times the price of the most expensive Delta of the time, the HF Turbo. Alright, that's super cool. So, Equipped with Weber Marelli IAW integrated electronics, ignition and fuel injection, a supercharger, a turbocharger and 2 intercoolers. In road tune, the 1.8 liter, it's only 1.8 liter, produced 250 horsepower. That's crazy. The Stradale kept a 3 differential 4-wheel drive system, 3 differentials from the rally car. The center differential sent 30% of the engine torque to the front, open differential, and 17 to the rear limited slip differential. The transmission remained at 5-speed but was a fully synchronized unit built by Cima. Alright, so yes, I was mistaken. From the text here in Gran Turismo, it's a little bit unclear whether the Delta actually also participated in Group B, but I'm pretty sure it did. Because the Delta apparently was in production since 1979 already. Anyways, the original Delta was a hatchback designed by Giorgetto Giugiaro. However, when the Group B class was dropped from the WRC, Lancia chose the Delta as the base for its new Group A model. Yeah, from that I derive that that is the first rally class where it participated, but no, it also participated in Group B. In 1987, Lancia gave the Delta a high-performance turbo engine and all-wheel drive before entering into the WRC battlefield. To say the car was successful would be an understatement, as Lancia won an unprecedented 6 straight WRC championships. That's a lot. During that run, the Delta went through a number of changes as it adapted to the changes in the WRC. In 1991, Lancia was hard pressed by its rival Toyota, which was gaining on the Delta and the WRC. So, which Toyota would that be? The Lancer, maybe? Lancia was hard pressed. So Lancia responded with the Ultimate Delta, which it unveiled at the Frankfurt Motor Show that year, the HF Integrale Evoluzione. The Evoluzione featured a larger front grille and large air slots in the hood to improve ventilation and cooling in the engine bay. As a result, power was increased from 197 to 207 horsepower. Also, the new Delta had a wider track by 60 millimeters and flared fenders that increased overall width to 1770 millimeters. The torque split of the car's all-wheel drive system was biased toward rear-wheel drive, allowing the car to behave more like a traditional race car. This Evoluzione did well when it made its debut in 1992, but Lancia pulled out of the WRC that year, and the Delta retired quietly from racing. That's pretty amazing. Let's quickly see. So we do 1991. So. It's not a Lancer, Toyota Lancer, that's Mitsubishi, of course, I'm an idiot. But 1991, Toyota Group A. That's a Celica. Pretty cool. Is there also a homologation for Group A? Homologation. Toyota Celica 2000 GT4 ST165. Yeah, I guess it should be Group A is a set of motorsport regulations administered by the FIA covering production-derived touring cars for competition. So, you do need to they do need to be based on production, and to qualify for FIA approval, a minimum of 2,500 identical models have to be built in 12 consecutive months. Yeah, so that is way less special than the 200s that needed to be built for Group B, I think. For Group B, they just made a rally car and then adapted the rally car to the road and just made 200 of those. For Group A, it is actually a road car that is then converted to a rally car, that's why you have less wild homologation models for Group A compared to Group B, I would say. because the Toyota Celica 2000 GT4, it is just yeah, it's a fun car, but it's a pretty regular car. It's nothing like one moment. It is nothing like, for instance, a 205 T16. Anywho, we read the description. We are going to buy the car in blue, and we're going to drive 3 laps in London and 3 in Rome, I think. Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure actually. Already marking it as favorites because we will be driving it now and we read the description. Yes, Rome and London. It's pretty funny as well to see like the style of cars from each country. We just had that French championship, a lot of ugly cars, and here we have Italian cars, and I would say most of these cars are beautifully designed machines, much more so than French. Although here as well, in the early 2000s and later on, it just went downhill because that little Alfa Romeo white 147 there, here, this Giulia over here is beautiful, but that 147 or this Punto as well to the left, those are pretty ugly designs as well, in my opinion. But the car we are in now, and the Alfa in front, they are beautiful. we only have 3 laps, I'm not sure. Need to make a move. Damn it. So annoying hitting the wall. It's a pity that there is no... We'll be driving on cobblestones here a bit. There is just no force feedback for it. Which would be more immersive. Right, there we go, in the pocket. Let's watch a little bit of replay. Just to see all the different Italian cars. The car doesn't look blue actually, it looks black to me. Ah no, it does look a bit blue. Ah, there's again a missing shadow texture on one car. But yeah, that happens so rarely, I don't really... Yeah, in that last car, it's a bit weird. Not sure what causes that. Here, over here, you have cobblestones. But you don't feel anything in your wheel, unfortunately. Man, it's such a nice track, nice cars. And also the progression in this career, it's very natural. You start off with really small cars. Now we are a little bit in the HUD hatches. And then you slowly move up. It's so much more interesting than the menu books of GT7. And even GT5's career was a little bit of a step down from GT4. Where you even had more, I thought, a sense of progression. Here you have it. Now, actually, I do find this career fun as well. But either way, all these older games are so much better in the career feel that it provides compared to GT7. That's so bad. Although I didn't play the driving missions yet, which could be fun. I don't know. Alright, how many laps? 3 in London, here we go. So nice, these tighter tracks, so much more engaging than the wide tracks of Gran Turismo 7. I know I should stop bashing Gran Turismo 7, but I'm just so astounded how they starting a little bit with GT6. At least that game has a lot of content, but I'm just amazed with how they lost their soul since GT Sport, or how the game lost its soul. What we're doing now, this is Gran Turismo. They should have just ported over the tracks and the cars of this game and make it next gen. Then you would have an amazing game. But they did not do that. So annoying, hitting that wall. Alright, we have to get a move on. Feels narrow with all the sidewalks that you're bumping over. Braking over there. In the pocket. Right, let's watch a bit of replay. It's such a beautiful track, this one. Here, you actually saw a guy with a camera there. If I'm not mistaken. If we get the same camera angle, I don't know. Yeah, to the right. Such nice detail. you see people on the balcony or on the rafters? Is that? I don't even know how you call that. Those building construction structures. No. I always forget this term. This word. Scaffolding. You saw people on the scaffolding. That Sanyo sign is also photorealistic. Alright, pretty epic. In the pockets. Another event. We are almost done with the amateur series. After that we will either be doing some special events or another license test. But we first have to do the classic muscle car championship and then the supercar nostalgia cup. For this one, let's see, USA 1980 or earlier. That's pretty cool. Chevrolet, Plymouth, Shelby, Dodge. Alright, a lot of cool cars. All around 500 pp, 475, 500. And also really cool that it's quite straight. It is really not like from the 60s to the 90s. No, it is pretty old. It needs to be 79 or earlier, which really limits your choices. 1980 or earlier. Right, we won a little Alfa Romeo, nice. Beautiful car. Let's quickly see if we can already buy a cool car for the next episodes. The old school muscle car race. So nothing American here. Nope. Alright, we can go with a Camaro Z28. What was the PP rating? Was it... I think this one is pretty high, 451. Alright, Corvette. I find these cars a little bit too narrow and long, to be honest. What was the PP rating? Dodge, an old Dodge Challenger, 490, that's quite a lot as well. This is a pretty epic car. $453. What the hell is this? Mustang Mach 1, also pretty cool, although I don't really like the rear. What else do we have? Yeah, this is way too powerful, or the 536 pp, it's a little bit too much. These are all modern tuner cars. Could be based on an older car, but it's like a modern recreation. So yeah, if I now have to choose, I think we can just as well go with this one. Looks pretty cool. At least it's not that powerful. 451, because I would like a little bit of a challenge. 451, 490. That's really a lot more. Although I like the car maybe better. Yeah. What was the first one? 451? I don't even know. This is 453. Let's check the rear. It's a pity of the rear. But there are way more, I think, muscle cars in this game, but they're default cars. And they are just not in the dealership currently. So either we wait for that, or we just buy the car that we just sold. Let's check it one more time. Yeah, there is nothing American here. Maybe I have something in my garage. Nope. Right, what was the PP rating? Up to 497, 490, 490. 480, 490. So the car that I'm taking will be a bit underpowered, but I actually like that challenge. I also like that Challenger much more than this Camaro. Although this one looks pretty epic as well. Man, it's such a shame. You cannot speed up. Oh shit, wrong button. Maybe you can on the controller, but with my wheel I cannot speed up the turning. I think I saw somebody do it on YouTube, but I have no idea what button they pressed. Nope, no idea. Anywho, yeah, so this car looks like this. Pretty cool. But this car is of course way more Starsky and Hutch, so to say. There's a lot more horsepower. The other one had 200 something, this one has 425. Although I find it's a nice car, but the wheels are way too narrow inside the body. And also, honestly, a little bit too thin. Yeah, too skinny, the wheels. They're not wide enough. But you often have that with factory spec cars. Also, the Jaguar E-Type is on way too skinny tires by default. Yeah, what I will do is I will leave it be. We know 3 options from the dealership for tomorrow, next episodes. But I will not buy them now, because maybe in the used car dealership, if I tomorrow start the game, maybe there will be some US cars in there that are eligible. I don't know what the rotation criteria are for the used car dealership. I think it is amount of races or events that you participate in, but it could also just be time since the last time you visited. So tomorrow there's quite some time will have passed. And then we will check the used car dealership. If there's still nothing there, we will go probably with that, what was it? Chevrolet Camaro? Yeah, and what was the other one? Was it a Challenger or a Charger? So it is the Chevrolet Camaro and this is the Challenger. So isn't there a Charger here? That's also something, right? We can of course change the color. You know what? We're just going to go with this one. Alright, then we will also read about it. The sole purpose Chevrolet decided to produce the Camaro was to beat the Ford Mustang at the dealerships and to dominate the SCCA Trans Am Championships, a racing series that Chevrolet had competed in since 1967. In the days when win on Sunday, stole on Monday was the norm, Chevrolet put a grand effort into racing, most notably the Trans Am series, and the creation of the Camaro gave them an excellent foundation to build a race car. The Camaro Z28 was the result of Chevrolet to meet homologation requirements for the Trans Am series. Thus, the Z28 was a potent production car, one powered by a 300 cubic inch 4949cc overhead valve V8 that spit out 290 horsepower. The engine naturally could be tuned to produce much more. Because SCCA rules stated that no changes could be made to the cylinder block and heads, the engines were equipped with racing tuned parts from the very start. Also, the racing car bodies were forced to conform to street specs, so the 1969 road car was equipped with a lighter fiberglass bumper and cowl induction that let fresh air into the carburetor. The Z28 also featured four-wheel disc brakes taken from the Corvette. This option at over $600 was incredibly expensive at the time. The Z28 marked the epitome of the Camaro brand, and the original 1967 Z28 is now considered a classic, sought by muscle car collectors all over the world. We are ready to go racing. If I wouldn't have had to work tomorrow, I would have loved to continue for 10 more hours. But unfortunately, real life always messes it up. Fun gaming time. Anywho, it is what it is. Guys, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next episodes. For the meantime, do not forget yourself as well to always keep on gaming later.